killed them both, but maybe we should call the guards who are standing right over there by that tree.
Kill them!
Yes, of course.
My name's Rick Robinson. I was a director of Sherwood, The Adventures of Robin Hood. I'm also the executive director here at the Cabaret.
No, wait! I just remembered something. This gentleman here has a stain on his shirt.
Oh!
Old school trick.
On guard!
On guard.
Like what Alex said in his interview, this is actually my first time directing a piece for the second time. I think a lot of times the inertia of wanting to tell a story, it completes when you finish a thing. This one is one that stuck with me though. Like, I love the Robin Hood mythology. I love it. I love the Disney version. I love the Errol Flynn version. I even love the Kevin Costner version. Don't tell anybody.
And I see a rat-sucking worm who eats maggots for breakfast, has teeth that are falling out, and whose nose is falling off in pieces because of the syphilis.
So in addition to working with a really great cast, I also got to work with a really fantastic group of designers, a lot of whom I'd worked with in the past, both in this building and at shows I'd worked on at the Camelot, like Nathan Yanaki, who I'd worked with on Guys and Dolls and Anything Goes. He's been a costume designer for us once for Christmas Carol, but this is the first set he's designed for us. I think it turned out pretty incredible. Evan Carboni I'd worked with at Lights as a lighting designer over at the Camelot. I was excited to have him. I mean, he's worked as a lighting designer here, but this is the first time I got to work with him. I think he's come up with a really incredible look and feel for the show. The show needs to be immersive. It's both has so many exterior locations, but even more interior locations, and the agility that the show moves from interior to exterior was important. And I think not sitting around and changing a bunch of set pieces, that we really get to move through the story. And I think it's critical in any show I'm directing that the show moves quickly from one scene to the other. I do not like watching people move furniture in the dark, and I think that the work my designers have done means that we get to tell this story in a visual landscape without taking time to like readjust the scene every time we move location to location. So I think it's ended up pretty dynamic. I should mention Mike Stanfield, who designed my projections. I should mention the work that Kenny did designing props. I should mention Sarah Brooks, my costume designer. We came into the piece, we sat down and we talked about it. How can we make this something new? And we decided to infuse just a little bit of punk rock into this production. It's a myth, so it's a legend. It's not fully realistic 1100s England. So we decided to introduce this strain of punk rock into the design elements, from lights to sound to costumes. The music, which was composed by Lindsey Jones, who's worked on Broadway and is incredible, is designed specifically for the show and also captures that vibe. Because when I told him, I'm like, I want it period, but also rock and roll, and he's like, I'm not quite sure how to make that work, until he got in the lab and he started to produce some really incredible things that really feel like they're strongly connected to both. So yeah, it was really cool working with folks to bring this project to life.
The important thing is, you care for me.
Dear one, care for you. I love.
What?
Nothing.
Sailor.
Oh,
Why not?
I'm English.
What I really like about Ken Ludwig's adaptation is that it takes us on the complete journey of Robin Hood. We start with him as a child, like we literally start with his birth, and we follow his steps from misbegotten youth to romancing all kinds of women, to just being drunk and living his life, to the Robin Hood that we know from the stories, which is somebody who embraces the righteousness of his cause, that believes the poor should be treated with kindness and compassion, that believes just because something is a law doesn't make it just. And so we get to watch Robin Hood go from someone who has no concern for any of these things into someone who strives for justice.
I haven't done enough for these people. They follow me, I follow them. We're here for each other, we travel together. That's the bargain we make in life. Rich, poor, English, foreign. That's our bargain for living, otherwise we are nothing.
I know that a lot of what people take away from it is it's fun, it's got the swashbuckling, it's adventurous, it's comedic. We certainly play some things for laughs. But at the heart of the story, the work that Nick Ferrucci has to do to go from really this young, unformed Robin Hood to who he is at the end of the play, that arc is what's necessary and what makes the story, for me, the most compelling of the adaptations that are out there.